We lost the Senate. We lost the House. We lost the White House.
Nikki Haley sticking around, which is sort of interesting. Here is her celebrating her second place finish in New Hampshire a couple days ago.
With Donald Trump, Republicans have lost almost every competitive election. We lost the Senate. We lost the House. We lost the White House. We lost in 2018. We lost in 2020. And we lost in 2022. The worst kept secret in politics is how badly the Democrats want to run against Donald Trump.
I know that neither one of you love Nikki Haley, but I don't think she's completely wrong about that specifically. And if I was Nikki Haley and I was running right now, I would certainly, everyone's saying, oh, she should drop out and it's a waste of money. It's like, I don't know why you care about the donors' money suddenly. But of course you have to stick around to South Carolina. If I was her, of course you do. Malice, what do you think?
Well, first of all, I don't think it's of course, because getting your ass handed to you in your home state is something that's really bad for your career long term. And this is so that's kind of a big deal why she might drop out.
Well, she clearly doesn't think that's going to happen.
We don't know. It's a month away. And the fact that Tim Scott, the senator from that state, endorsed Trump is no minor deal. But I'm going to disagree with her a little bit in terms of losing. For a lot of conservatives, and they're completely correct, if Nikki Haley wins, the Republican Party has lost, because it's lost all the things that matter to it. It supports trans kids. She's a huge warmonger. I don't think she's particularly fiscally conservative. What would this woman gain you other than having a completely castrated Senate and House supporting a horrible demon in the White House? Why would conservatives want this? That's not a win. That's a complete loss for them. So even though and I'll just point out something else that I've called, and I'm positive you both will agree, I was very much for Fetterman over Oz. And every Republican and conservative I've spoken to now has seen that I was right. So a lot of times, just because there are many reasons why you might prefer a Biden administration to a Nikki Haley, at the very least, because you'd have space in Congress to fight the administration instead of them all having to get their ducks in a row and do whatever she wants.
Malice, I'll give credit where credit's due, because I think you said that on this show before that election. And we'll try to find the clip. Maybe we'll put that up. Sara, there seems to be this idea that Nikki is actually just sticking around because Trump's going to select her as VP. The base obviously hates it, but it would kind of be within Trump's bag to poke them in the eye and be like, I need those women voters that we were just talking about, and maybe she can deliver them and bring some donors along the way.
Yeah, the thing with Trump, though, is that he is just such a loyalist. He values loyalty over all. And Nikki Haley has been disloyal to him for too many years, in my opinion, for Trump to turn around and decide that he wants to use her as the VP pick. I see if it's a woman, I would see more of a Sarah Huckabee Sanders, someone who has been, loyal to him. But I mean, also, if Nikki Haley, the longer she continues, the worse it's going to get for her, the less and less likely it's going to be for Donald Trump to pick her, because it's just pissing him off that she's staying in the race at this point. She's the last one. And to Michael's point about all of this, these neocon conservatives who just refuse to go away, it's terrifying to me. I do take a little bit of encouragement in the fact that apparently a lot of the Iowa caucusers who voted for Nikki Haley were in fact Democrats. Same thing with New Hampshire. So maybe it's not the full 20%, but it does seem to be like there's this 20% of people within the party who just want to vote for these warmongers and, these people who are not conservative at all. And so it is a little bit scary for me to see how many people are okay with this type of person in the party. I had thought that we had gone away from that. We told Chris Christie we didn't want him. We told Asa Hutchinson we didn't want him. We told Mike Pence we didn't want him. And Nikki just seems to be the last one standing. And, maybe that's because she has all of these Democrat donors who are bankrolling her, which I think should tell you a lot. When you have BlackRock and you have all of these Democrats who say we have to do everything we can not to have Trump in power, and they are instead funding Nikki Haley's campaign, I think that tells you all you need to know about Nikki Haley.
Malice, is the rub in the ointment on what Sara just said there, that even though it is true that a huge amount, especially in New Hampshire, of independents and apparently Democrats actually voted for Nikki, is the issue there that when Trump gets to the general, those people don't seem to like him, and he is going to need some of those people, again, largely women, if he is going to win?